Declan Rice returns to London, to familiar faces and a familiar anthem, but this time as Arsenal's heartbeat, scoring against the club that made him. A high-stakes London derby, the weight of history on his shoulders, and the expectation of a title-chasing Emirates. Under the floodlights, everything felt bigger. The noise, the narrative, the need to win. Arsenal, relentless and ready, set the tempo from the first whistle, every pass a promise. For Rice, this was personal and professional, a chance to honor the past while defining the present. For West Ham, it was respect and resistance, a reunion colored by what-ifs. The moment erupted from chaos. Eberechi's drove the strike that forced the save, a parry into danger, the ball alive and begging for a touch. And Declan Rice, composed and clinical, guided it home with the calm of a conductor. Arsenal 1-0 West Ham, 17th minute. The script everyone feared and secretly craved. He didn't hold back. He couldn't. The catharsis of a new chapter written in red and white. The away end fell silent, the home end soared. Football is a feeling before it's a scoreline. From there, Arsenal tightened their grip, winning second balls, stretching the lines, dictating rhythm. Rice wasn't just a scorer, he was a signal. The belief that this title push had teeth. On the touchline, relief met resolve. One goal down, but a long night still to navigate. The Emirates found its thunder, Arsenal found their edge. But the story of the night had another hero, and a looming shadow. Bukayo Saka, 200 appearances. A teenager's promise grown into a leader's guarantee. Responsibility sits easily on his shoulders now. Pressure is just another opponent. Strike, clinical, inevitable. Arsenal doubled their advantage with Saka's signature composure. 29th minute from the spot, 2-0 and daylight between the sides. Milestone marked, his 100th Premier League goal involvement on his 200th Arsenal appearance. Consistency, resilience and end product, season after season, week after week. For Mikel Arteta, Saka is more than a star. He's the embodiment of a project turned reality. From the academy to the world, he inspires a generation in red and white. The celebration was pure Saka. Joyful, humble, contagious. On a night of contrasts, it was fitting that Rice and Saka shared the spotlight. Arsenal were cruising on the scoreboard, but the test of their depth was only beginning. Because in football, triumph and tension are never far apart. His milestone told a story of durability, just as whispers of setbacks began to gather at the edges of a perfect night. 200 matches, 100 contributions, and still so much more to come. Next came the hard questions no team wants to face. Injuries change everything. Midway through the first half, the shift in atmosphere was immediate. Martin Ødegaard signaled trouble. A knee concern, the captain's face a mask of frustration as treatment began. Mikel Arteta offered little comfort later, hinting at a negative early assessment. When a creative hub stutters, the whole machine feels it. Late in the game, another jolt. Declan Rice, back tightness, pain etched in every movement. He departed to a standing ovation, but the applause couldn't drown the concern. Back issues can be fickle, and Arsenal's schedule offers no kindness. Add to that a growing list of absentees already testing the squad's depth. Names that tilt game plans, tilt title races. Arteta's tone post-match was sober, pragmatism battling optimism. The question now, can Arsenal maintain their control with key cogs compromised? Fixtures stack like dominoes, league pressure, cup duties, and no margin for error. The math is unforgiving. Minutes must be managed, roles redefined. For the captain, it's a pause he would never choose. For Rice, it's a reminder that even heroes are human. For Arsenal, it's a test of identity. Adapt, overcome, and keep the pace at the top. Updates will define the next chapter. From whistle to whistle, Arsenal controlled territory and tempo. Dominant possession, clean progression, minimal risk. The rest defense was compact, the five-lane occupation consistent, and the counter-press immediate. Riccardo Calafiori read danger early, stepping into passing lanes and springing controlled counters. Jurriën Timber's timing was impeccable. His drive into the area earned the penalty that gave Arsenal breathing room. On and off the ball, he set standards. Body orientation, angles, anticipation. The metrics matched the eye test. Volume and duels won, progressive carries, controlled aggression. For For West Ham, it was a night of chasing shadows. No shot on target. The structure stretched, transitions blunted. Adjustments came, but Arsenal's press kept squeezing every passing lane. Between the lines, space was a myth. Lateral traps, then quick jumps to regain. A milestone for Arteta, his 300th game, fittingly marked with control and clarity. The spine held, Rice's screens, Saka's thrust, Calafiori's timing. Each part amplified the other. Build-up remained calm under pressure. Angles created, traps avoided, outlets found. It wasn't just dominance, it was discipline. Arsenal imposed their version of the game. The numbers framed it. Chance quality, territory, and repeatable control. Next, the table, the stakes, the road ahead. The 2-0 win lifts Arsenal to the summit, proof that performance and resilience can coexist. Liverpool lurk. Margins are microscopic. Every point is a declaration. Arteta spoke of scars healed, defeats answered with structure, energy, and belief. The next phase is recovery, the medical room as important as the tactics room. An unforgiving schedule awaits, demanding rotation without compromise. This is where squads win titles. Readiness from the first man to the 25th. For Rice, tonight was catharsis. A goal against his boyhood club, a nod to the journey that shaped him. Joy and caution, success and strain, the duality of elite football. The question now is availability, because his influence is non-negotiable. Saka's century is more than a number, it's a standard. Reliability at a world-class level. These are legacy-building milestones reached at astonishing speed. He's the face of a project that refuses to blink. Together, they thank the supporters. One voice, one aim. The noise fades, but the implications echo. Top of the table, but tested. Can Arsenal sustain this form despite the injury cloud? Tell us what you think. On this night, two heroes rose, one returning, one relentless. The title race waits for no one.